Hello, 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 all my beautiful, amazing, fantastic machine heads. Welcome back to episode number 17 on the Family Member Animal Challenge. We have made some decisions and some changes. So I hope you guys doing great. Hope you guys doing awesome. And I hope you guys doing fantastic, because I am as usual. As you can remember, I'm recording this, by the way, happy Sunday. I'm recording this on Friday. That was the rule I made. I don't do any work on the computer on Sunday, but that doesn't mean I can't record on Friday. Hope you guys doing well. As you remember from yesterday's video, I had now placed 2 more fertilizers. So because we're starting to make more and more manure. But I've made a decision, everybody. We're going to start once a week buying cows, because I got thinking about it, and 50,000 cows is a lot of cows. And because I started over twice, and what I mean by twice is I changed the barns twice. I had this one to begin with, and we had another one. Remember, we had 2 barns. I changed it to the new one, but I kept getting a warning with the other one. I kept getting, every time I would load the game up, it would say, this is not an approved mod or something like that, or some ridiculous thing, and it wouldn't let me. So I got rid of the other one, and now we have 200 cows in here. So what I've decided to do is every Saturday or Sunday, I will come back and I will narrate, and we will buy 250 more cows every single week, or 500 depending on how many if we do it, because generally speaking, when you buy cows, when they're 18 months, they take till 24 months, so they take about 6 months, which is about 6 days for me. So that's what we're going to do today. So this episode is going to be, I'm going to show you guys what I got planned, how I'm working it. I also want to show you a little secret that I figured out with the logging way over there. So grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a sandwich or a snack, and grab yourself a seat and watch the video and enjoy it. My name is Fury Machine Gaming, and welcome in, everybody. This has been an amazing series, and I want to let you guys know that it has been absolutely awesome. I mean, I have had, we are on 30, let me show you guys my statistics here. Whoops, not that one. Let's get here, go up here. Whoops, my controller's starting to weird out on me. There we go. It needs to be charged. Statistics, as you can see, I'll get my mouse out. 2,500 trees, 31 hours and 8 minutes, and not in one single issue. With the exception, I want to point out, let me get the speed mod going so that we can run around like a madman here, and then we'll get busy doing stuff. Okay, so I found out that on this map, and I think it's because it's a 16x map, if you use a roller to roll it, it takes it all the way back to ground state and will never grow again. So that's why a couple episodes ago, guys, I had to replant the grass. So that was an issue, but as you can see, look how far we've gone now. We got 1 more month, and then we're going to see the difference in grass texture. It's pretty cool. But if you look way over here, we have now hit right here's the edge of our property that we own. So let me get you up in the air and I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay, right here, that's going to be our grass field. As you can see, it's pretty cool. And then that's the edge of our field right there. We're going to keep going until we hit the edge, and then it's going to be 1 wheat field. And then I figured out, I forgot, well, it's actually my fault, I forgot that I had I didn't have the additional straw in for the additional crops. So when I did the sorghum, I didn't get any straw. So what a mess that was. But that was my fault, 100% my fault, nobody else's fault. But this here, I'm going to keep going. So after we harvest this, which will be next month, I'm going to go ahead and plow this in. I am not going to roll it. So for those of you who say, oh, just roll it and you'll get fertilizer. Nope. Because on a 16x map, for some reason, when you roll it, it just will not grow back. I went ahead and I fast forwarded it like a year to see what it would do, and it didn't grow back. So for some reason, and it may not be the map, it may be the mod I was using. So we have to keep that in mind. We just have to keep that physically in mind, that it may have been the mod I was using. But going forward, I'm just going to literally fertilize it, lime it, fertilize it again, and then when we harvest it, I'll just run the fertilizer over it. That's all I'll do. Anyways, this is our thing. So what I decided to do, and I also put this mod in, but I didn't explain what it was because it was all just the playing. This is the sell everything flea market. So it's pretty cool. you can literally sell everything here, like logs, everything. It's really, really cool. You guys have seen me do it many times over the video. But anyways, the decision I made, like I said, is we are literally going to go just the cows to finish this off. Because here's why. I got thinking about it. If we did 100,000 animals, even though Marty had a fantastic idea, it would take me, because we've been on this map now, we're literally getting ready in 2 more months. We will be in year 3. So by rights, we should have had about 3,200 cows. And because I started over twice. But if we were to do every animal, we would never get off this map. And I'd like to have some sort of end. So what we're going to do is focus once a week and buy a minimum of 250 cows every week until we hit our goal, or double it up, triple it up, so on and so forth. That's why you can see up in the right-hand corner, I'm at $11,800,000, and that's just off of what we're doing. So 50,000 cows is still going to take us a long, long, long time. If we go 250 every single week, and it'll be Saturday or Sunday, I'll come back and I'll narrate. And that way, what we can do is, you guys know that once a week, in fact, I don't even know if we've, yeah, we're still at 200, but see, 50,013 we can have. We have 332,000 liters of food in there, 30,000 liters of milk. So every 200 cows is going to give us 30,000 liters of milk. So we're going to go to 500 today. We're going to get it going. I'm going to explain to you guys what's going on. I also want to show you guys really quick. I want to go over to here. Now, I have modified my Trex for me because there was issues with it, picking up the trees and all that stuff. So what I want to show you guys more than anything, anyways, that instead of 2 million, this holds 20 million, so that we can get lots and lots of trees. We can start picking up the pace as far as the trees go. But let me get you up here. So on this map, I don't know if the map maker did it or if it's something that could have been done all along. I knew you could do this in Fs22. I did not know you could do this in Fs25. So hats off if it's always been that way, if you guys knew about it. Anyways, but if you paint it in where you don't own, it will not let you paint. So all you do is you paint along the edge. Like if you go over here, it'll say can't do it. If you do it and you just make a line, as you can see, this is the new property that we just bought. And this is it. See, it goes here, and it goes here and here. And now we know where we're at. I decided to also change to dirt texture, which looks like concrete, to be honest with you. I went dirt texture so that, because what I was getting is when I was getting a lot of trees on the ground, I would get a lot of lag because it has the grass it was trying to pick up and all those trees. But we're at 2,500 trees, and we have our entire property done now. We went all the way down here, all the way past the shop, and all the way here, which is absolutely great. So what I do is, oh, and there's a random rock there, by the way. But all the properties that we own now, and we have since purchased 2 new properties, which is, let's go here, farmland. We purchased 16 and 15. That's since we started with 8, 4, 3, and 2 to begin with. Now we've purchased 2 more. So going forward, what I want to do is, see, now we're at that property line. We come this way. Now we got to go all the way down and make our line, and all the way up. So it works up here for our property too, and that way we'll know. And then we're going to continue to work this way, right across the top. Then we're going to come down. So the reason I'm doing this with the cows, first of all, 50,000 cows is a lot of cows. And it'll be something that I don't think anybody else has ever completed. Then we're going to do it. And I'm going to save the other animals for when we get on to another animal challenge. So I'll do the cows on this one, and then we'll go to like 50,000 sheep. And then we'll go to 50,000 chickens. Now, I've had 100,000 chickens, so chickens are easy because every 2 months they reproduce. But you can see that we're all the way over to here. And I'll show you how much more. Let me show you on the map. See, we're right there. Look how many more trees we still got to go. All the way here. So it's absolutely great. So this is absolutely fantastic. I mean, this has been one wonderful series. So as you can see, we still got a long ways to go with trees. I mean, we're at 2,500. You can see way off in the distance how much area we've cleared. That's 2,500. So you're probably going to get about 5, 10... I'd say about 15,000 just to even it off here. And then you've got all the way down here. I'm guessing about 40,000 is what I'm going to guess. So we're going to start hurrying up. We're going to start selling. I've jacked up the speed to that Trex empties, how much it holds, all that stuff, so that we can start like selling. Like I'll start doing 500 trees each time, and then we'll sell 500 trees worth. so on and so forth. And I'll show you up here on the map. As you can see from way up here, this is the property line now. I didn't know you could do that. Now listen, I've played farming sims since Fs25, okay? And I knew that you could do it in other farm sims, but I never tried it on this one. So now I know where the border is. This is actually the border of the map where you can't build anything past it. That's the border up there, and this is the border of right here. So we're going to keep painting until we go down to the edge of our field. And if you guys want, I can show you that real quick. But we got to sell some stuff. We only got 30 minutes. But then here's what we're going to do. So every Saturday, so today's Sunday, okay, for you guys. But next week it'll be Saturday. And I can record that, you know, on whatever. The rest of the week, all 6 videos will literally just be me playing it for 30 minutes so we can keep going to the next month. So we can keep pushing this. And then we're going to focus on getting at least 250, and if that doesn't seem to be enough, maybe we'll go 500 every week, because if you figure at 500, that's still 5, 10, 15, 20, you know what I mean? That's still 3,000 would be 5 weeks from now, so we might go 500 more, and we'll just keep it in an even amount. Like we're going to start with 500 today, maybe next Saturday we'll go to 1,000, and so on and so forth, so that we're still got lots of weeks, because if you look, like let me show you where we're at in the map, right? We're coming down this way. Right? This is the property going this way. It's reversed. But if we go this way, we turn our stuff that way, that's going, we got to go all the way down here. And I'll show you guys real quick how to do that. And then actually, let's get some selling done because we're already 10 minutes in. But I want to come back once a week, narrate for you guys, tell you what we got going on, show you how many cows we got, do a little field work, do a little stuff that we got planned so you guys I can explain the whole week's worth in 30 minutes. It's pretty cool. And then you can see how far we've actually got our oats, and I hope it gives me straw. I'm pretty sure it does. And then each time, now we're going to go to the end of our property, so then we're just going to plow it in. And then we're going to start making another, this field here, go all the way to here. We'll have one giant wheat field and then one giant grass field. Then when we buy the next property going down, that'll be grass along here. Then wheat, we'll have multiple fields. You guys remember I showed you guys the 22 meter Big M 450, so now we can mow 22 meters wide. It's pretty cool. We also now have seeds. We also have, I think it's 30,000 seeds. We also have 50,000 lime, 50,000 fertilizer over in the thing. Yep, let's see. Yep, we have 34,000 seeds. So let me get that off and we can keep the super speed. Let's get some selling done and then we'll get going on this. So every month, for one game day or 1 month, we make 50,000 liters of fertilizer. We're going to make 50,000 liters here. That makes about 100,000. This will make about 100,000. That's the step. The rest of it we'll just sell. So we'll get this, start this, get this going so that I can fill. This is what I do every time. So you guys can see it now and you can hear what I'm doing. Okay, this, and that's it. So now what we're going to do, usually what I do while I wait for that is kind of just chill out. But what we're going to do first is we're going to go and we're going to sell these cows off. And we're going to buy 500. And we go down to this one, if you guys ever need to know how to sell it. 50, sell 100. Okay. Now, because the reason we're going to go 500 is because we're going to go 250 each time. That's the max you can buy. Okay, and then... So now we just went to 500,000. Okay, we went to 500 cows. So we're going to be making a lot, and we got to get some more feed in here. So now what we do with this, that's ready to go. See, 50,000. I go right over here to my little flea market. I sell this, which should give me 97,000 to 100,000, depending on the day. But this way, you guys don't have to, you can just kind of, the reason I'm putting out the videos, the way I'm doing it, is so that you can kind of follow along, see 97,000. And then what we'll do is get my steering wheel set up. All that time I was putting a belt in there, and I didn't need it. All I got is this thing right here. So this is going to make exactly 60,000. All right, now we're going to go. So we made 97,000. Now we're going to sell 50,000 liters of this. Then all it takes is slurry to make fertilizer and manure. It gives us a chance to make money off of our slurry instead. I've done this every single time. I also switched back to the MT850 or MT800. Yeah, I wanted to see what it was. Oh, MT875. I adjusted the speed so it goes 26 now, 26 or 27. So we made 97 the first time, and then we're gonna make, I think, like 70,000 off this. Yep, 71. So that's 163. For every 100 trees, I make $1.2 million from wood chips. So, you make a lot of money. We got, for every 100 trees. And think about how many we just talked about. It's probably going to be about 5,000 to 10,000 more off that. Now, those 200 cows were making 60,000. So now that we've doubled that, we're going to be making a lot of manure and slurry. So we can come over here, keep this one. And I just go like this. Whoops. It's got a big trigger on it. But make sure you guys are checking out Russell's new videos. Oh, what an amazing little content creator he is. Russell Whitlock over on YouTube. Make sure you're checking out Big A. Make sure you're checking out Empty Pockets and Van Ham Gaming. And then I come over here and I get my stones. Now, I'm going to be selling most of my stones because the stones are staying pretty full. Okay. Turn that on, and we fill this up. It's usually about 60,000 liters a day. But as you can see, this thing right here is literally oh, it's not. It needs... Oh, that's silage. Sorry, went to the wrong one. I need grass for that. 215, it only holds 300,000. So we're only going to be able to put about half that in there. Then when we get a full load of lime, we'll sell it. But we're going to be selling half of our rocks. And we're going to take this and you'll see. We got a big thing. We'll go over here. Now, I found out, remember how it used to not sell? Like you'd have to keep moving this tanker. I found out that if you go right here, like this, and you put this in here like this, it'll dump in there. It'll keep going until I'm done, which is kind of cool. But like I said, I think it's going to be great, and we just jumped to 500, and then next Saturday we'll jump to 1,000, and then we'll go to 1,500 and 2,000, 2,500, and we'll start getting bigger and bigger because now our focus will be buying property. And then once all this is all done, and then we still have to clear every single tree, so it's going to be a while. Now that's done, so both of those will be ready to go first thing in the morning. You'll see that in the next video. You'll see that in tomorrow's video, actually. So this way I get a chance to explain how it works and everything, and I only have to do that once a week, which is kind of cool, because the rest of the week is kind of rinse and repeat, and everybody gets to be happy. 30,000. Now, 500 cows is going to be about 90,000. But the reason we're selling this stuff is if you look in here, I've got lime and I've got fertilizer, 40,000 liters each. And at any given time, I can dump 50,000 liters back in again if I need to. All right, let's get back here. And you'll see that it's only going to take about, I don't know, it's not even going to take half this, I don't think. Yep. And then we just sell the rest of the rocks. Now that keeps that full every single day. Plus I have almost 40,000 liters of seeds, and I've yet to use it. So we are going to have to, I think, purchase some straw. I think it might be ready next month anyways. But with 500 cows, we might be out of straw. And we got to keep the straw going we got to keep the straw going because we want to keep going with manure. But we don't have to. If we miss one, it'll just be liquid fertilizer, which is fine. And then I park this right here. Oh, nope. Sorry. Now I'm going to get, I got to get some TMR. And I got, if you noticed, I got over almost a million liters of TMR made. I'll show you that next. TMR 997,000. And next month we'll have the grass again. So we'll be able to keep up on it. We're starting to get more and more and more. So if you also noticed this little thing here, I wanted to show you. This is kind of neat. This little thing right here is the big M450. Someone edited it to go 22 meters and put a PTO on the back of it. So I can mow and pick up at the same time, and it's fast enough to where I could just dump it in there. It's really, really cool. It's really, really efficient. And with this 22 meters, there's no hit marker on half of it. So it's pretty cool. Also, this is an RGC mod edit. This is the Kinsey, I do believe, the Yeah, Kinsey 4905. This plants everything and holds 20,000 liters. Now, if you look, I started with 20,000 liters, right, of each of the seeds and fertilizer. That's why there's only 40-something thousand in there, because I had 60,000 each. I planted that entire oat field on that, and it literally used, well, no, I planted the grass last. And it only used less than 100 to plant all this grass. So it's really using like very not much. So we're as it officially right now, December year 2, we are officially where did I go with that? Where did I go with my thingy? There it is. Now we'll sell this. Officially, we are self-sufficient right now. We make all our own seeds and fertilizer. Now, when I started, I thought, I can do 100,000, and it was going to be cool. It was going to be awesome and fantastic. But in order for me to get there, we'd be on this map permanently, and years down the line. We're already at year number 2, and I'm figuring it's going to be about year number 6 or 7 before we finally get our cows taken care of. And it's probably going to be a lot longer than that to get those trees done. So even at 500 trees, it's going to still take a long time to do. There's a lot of trees down there. There we go. So we made, 160, 180, and then, we've made $200,000 just off of our products here. And that's off slurry, manure, and milk. Now it's going to double next month. That's why I put 2 more things there. Because then we can have, that'll be $340,000 we'll make every single month just off our products, just off our manure and slurry, and then we'll probably make about $90,000 per day. Now, remember that. Whoops, I went the wrong way on that. Remember on what was I going to say? I don't know. It'll come to me in a second. And then this literally can stay right here. That's it. Now we want to go and put this in here, which gives us $360,000. And then I probably will mow the rest of that. Yeah, let's do that for the last 9 minutes. Actually, you know what? We want to go down and sell our wood chips that we have. There's that. That'll give us $360. And what's our straw at? Straw's at 123, but I guarantee you that'll probably be gone. So this is putting us at 374,000. I think it'll be more than that. 426. Because you figure each cow uses about 1,000. So we're going to be using about 400,000 liters a day. That's why we want to have multiple grass fields, because pretty much while we're waiting for our crops, we want to literally have grass every month to mow. So there we go. We park this right back here, and we're ready to go for tomorrow. That's all set. Now, we're going to tip over to here. And we're going to go down and we're going to sell this 2.1 million liters. And that'll be it for the episode for the most part. Off camera, I will mow the rest of that field up there. I also edited this to go 43 miles an hour instead of 31. But you can get an idea right here how this is. Let's see. It was 200 trees, I think, for just the border that I got. And what I do to make this easier. Whoa. This will cut down a tree, but it doesn't count it. So what I do is I cut it down with a chainsaw like I used to do in Fs25, and I put the super speed on, and I put the lumberjack mod on, so I can just go super fast and cut down a couple hundred trees. Now this thing will take out the stump, and a little word of advice with this: keep the blade up higher, and when you get it at set, you just set your cruise control at like 9 miles an hour. This will give you an idea right here when we drive it how big this property is that we cleared. It's absolutely insane. And then we'll add this. Now I get, for every 2 million liters, I get 1.2 million liters or $1.2 million for every basically 100 trees. This is 100 trees in here right now. Wait till we get 20 million trees in here. It's going to sell for like millions. And we want to keep the money until, what we're going to do is we're not going to buy a single piece of property until we get to our cows jacked up. Unless we get full on the property and we have to go to another property. Like, we're going to have to buy more trees. Because here's the thing. If we don't make enough to buy all the properties on the map with just the trees, it's going to be a long time, because those properties, if you look whoops. Yeah, let's go here and here. If you look, like, for example, 4.3 million. 3.5, that's 7. and 7. That's $14 million just to go right there. And then each one of these is for, so that's 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, basically 31, 36, and 8. So you got $40 million right there just to buy down to here. And then, and as you can see, it just keeps going and go 9 million. So we got a lot of money to make and a lot of cows to get. And if we get to 50,000 and we're still chopping down, maybe we'll make a second pen and go from there. But what I want to do is that when we do the animal challenge, we're going to do it every other series. We're going to do the animal challenge, and then I'm going to go to a kind of like a realistic series where we do like a year or whatever. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. But I want to go back. I know Bullet Bill's coming out with a map soon. There we go. Now let's see how much we make from this. Then I will be done, wrapped up, and be pretty cool. And then I'll take that back over. You can see, like, oh, this is going to empty fast, too. Yeah, there we go. See? I set it at, like, 20,000 liters per second. So you can see how fast it goes. And then we'll put this back. And if we have any time left, we'll go up and we'll talk about what we're going to do left. And that's it, guys. I mean, this gives me a chance to kind of still put out videos without having to talk too much. Like, I can still stay busy in the real world. I can still do it. Look how fast that went. And it should be about 1.2 million, 1.5 million for that. So there you go. For every 100 trees, I get between 1.2 and 1.5 million liters. Now we're at 13. Now we talked about that. It's 40 million just to go across the first 2 pieces of property, let alone the rest of the map. So I'm guessing it's going to be at least $1 billion to own this map. So we're just going to keep grinding, and that's why I want to do one of the animals. So then the next map we're going to do, we're going to probably go to a European map. But like I said, Bill has a map coming out. There's a couple of maps that I want to seriously check out. We'll get more of a realistic series. But it won't be like ultra realistic, because people like that sort of stuff. Like, you guys generally like that up until a certain point, like episode 10. Everybody kind of gets bored of it. And as you can see, right, this will give me an idea of how big the property is that we just bought. We just purchased this last month. But it's really cool. Now, like I said, I did not know that it did that until I tried it. I was like, oh, hey, we used to be able to do this in FS22, because when I was on No Man's Land, I would be able to paint out my property levels. It's pretty cool. Put this down here. So there we go. We made 1.5 and then 200,000. So we made about 1.7, almost $2 million just off what we're doing. And next month with the 500 cows, it'll be even worse. So there we go. We did it. Let's go back up to the property. And yeah, that's about it, guys. So what we're going to do, what I'll do off camera for the next few episodes. I don't need that. I need to hit this. Get up here. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do off camera for the next couple episodes to focus. I want to get this mode up first for the rest of today. Get this mode up, and then get it ready to go. And then we got to do 500 trees, obviously. And then I want to get next month, which is January, this will be ready to harvest. So we're going to harvest all this. We're going to mow it up, and we're going to fertilize it. Then we're going to plow this all in. We're actually going to just plow it all in all at the same time. Loop, I think. Plow it all in, and all at the same time, fertilize it and everything. Or we might just do this, because you can see the difference between 2 levels of fertilizer and 1. See what I mean? And then so I think, yeah, that's 50, and then that's 100. But we're not putting lime or anything like that on it, because I don't know. I mean, I might if it asks for it. Like, that needs lime, and then that doesn't. So I'll probably wait till they all say need lime, and then just lime it. Even though it doesn't give you any bonus for the thing, and then, or for the grass. So I'll just probably just fertilize it. Make sure it's fertilized, and when it pops up, fertilize it again. And then next episode, and then I think not this next month, but the following month, this will be ready to harvest, so we can get our straw, get going, and then we're going to finish plowing in the full field. So that way we have it pretty good. Then we can start getting multiple harvesters, multiple stuff going. It's going to be great. And the worker works pretty good on this. But on that note, guys, let me get you out of here. And now you kind of know what's going on, what I've got planned, and everything like that. So we're on our way now. We're going to stick with one animal, and we're then going to get, 50,000 at 500 cows every week is going to take a long time to get there. But we got lots of time. Then if we get all the trees done and we get all the properties bought that we need, then we can start jacking up this and filling this pen. But we are going to get at least 50,000 cows on this, which is something that nobody's ever done. So on that note, please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like and subscribe and share. Hit the little notification ding bell so you get notified when Fury drops a video. Be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching this. And remember, I love you all. And I'll catch you guys right back here tomorrow with another one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Just relax. Oh, it's Memorial Day weekend. So tomorrow's happy Memorial Day to all of the people who gave the ultimate sacrifice. We want to celebrate, guys. We want to celebrate them giving the ultimate sacrifice. We want to honor them. So enjoy your hamburgers, your hot dogs, your speedies, your whatever your marinated chicken, whatever you guys want to have. Enjoy, but understand that we have in the United States, we have a duty to honor the people who gave the ultimate sacrifice, so we can put out videos like this and we can do whatever we want. Everybody has their own opinion, and we have that ability in the United States because people gave the ultimate sacrifice, and that's what Memorial Day is for. So don't get that mixed up with the veterans. The Veterans Day is there for honoring our veterans that are active and alive. We want to honor our fallen soldiers on Monday. So enjoy for those of you from other countries. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys right back here tomorrow with another one. Have a great one, everyone.